Hey friends, and happy Monday. I wanted to pop on really quick with a video for today's Monday Musings to give you a completely unedited and raw view into what's been going on in my life. So I am coming up on 2 months right now of my cancer treatment, my chemotherapy regimen. So this Thursday will be the last treatment that I have of the current drug regimen that I'm on, which is known as, it's AC is the drug regimen that I'm on. It's better known as the Red Devil, although I have rebranded it as strawberry syrup because it is this bright red color, just like strawberry syrup. And I like to tell my nurses that, it's only making me a little bit sweeter. So far, things are going as well as could be expected. My labs and my numbers are recovering in between each of my chemo sessions in the way that my doctor wants to see. I have officially lost all of my hair. My eyebrows are starting to thin. But overall, I'm doing my best to keep my spirits high and to take things day by day. So the weeks have been a little strange because I get chemo currently every other Thursday. So this Thursday is a treatment week for me. And so Friday through Monday, I'll be feeling pretty awful. I have a lot of nausea that comes with the regimen that I'm on, although I have some pretty strong anti-nausea medicine, which I use, and that seems to help. The fatigue is something else. So yeah, I'm pretty down and out for about 5 or 6 days after treatment. And then I have, another week or so to kind of regain my strength and regather myself before I have to go back in for treatment again. And while on many hands, this is really great to have like that week off, it also comes with quite a bit of anxiety. So today I'm feeling really tired because I didn't sleep well last night. The dogs woke me up multiple times last night. But for the most part, I've been feeling pretty on the up and up since Wednesday of last week. And I tend to feel really, really great, from now until Thursday, treatment day. My energy, just kind of builds up and gets stronger. And I get a little bit more energy and a little bit more mental clarity and a little bit more desire to be out and about from about a week post-treatment all the way up until the next treatment. And it is around this point that I start to feel quite a bit of anxiety because I know that I'm feeling really good right now, but that treatment is right around the corner and I'm going to have 5 or 6 days where I'm not feeling great. And that's been really hard. So I don't know. Overall, though, I'm doing pretty well. So after this week's treatment, I'll have 2 weeks off, and then I switch drugs to a different drug called Taxol. And the Taxol is a weekly treatment regimen. So that'll start around the second Thursday in November. And I'll go weekly for 12 weeks. So yeah, last week I got the opportunity and have been kind of slowly getting the opportunity to ease back into teaching. So I have 3 of my classes that were off-site classes that I started last year that have returned this year now that school is back in session and all of that. So Tuesdays I teach at Camas High School, before school a class for the counselors and teachers and staff and anybody that wants to come. Then on Tuesdays, I also teach a chair yoga class at a retirement center here in the Camas area. And then on Thursdays, I teach a class at Washougal High School before school for the counselors, staff, teachers, anybody that wants to come. So it's been really great to kind of ease back into that schedule. I'm teaching about 5 classes a week right now, between the classes that I have happening at the studio and the classes that I have happening off-site. So that's been good. I've spent a lot of time reading and watching old shows. I'm not really watching anything new lately because I honestly don't have the mental bandwidth to do so. Things around my house have been a little bit difficult. Our 15-year-old has been really 15. And that's been really, really challenging because I just don't have the wherewithal that I might normally have, or the patience that I might normally have, had I not been dealing with cancer. It's changed a lot. It's changed my perspective in a lot of ways. They talk to you a lot about the things that you lose and the challenges that you have as you go through something like this. So I've, lost body parts, I've lost my hair, I've lost some of my strength and stamina. And that's been really, really challenging, but they don't talk to you much about losing your relationships or how your relationships shift and change. They don't talk to you much about all of the grieving that you're doing while simultaneously trying to heal and maintain some sort of health and, move through your day-to-day life. It's a lot. I have quite a few people in my network that I've been in communication with that are older than me going through this journey, and there are certain things that they're not dealing with that I'm dealing with because they're already retired or their kids are grown and gone. And so they have a few less things on their plate than I might have. And then there's some people that are in my network that are younger than me, or around my same age, but they have young kids at home. And as challenging as it is with the 15-year-old that we have, I can't imagine trying to do all of this and having kids that rely on you more because they're younger. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I have so many people, that see me on a weekly basis that tell me, how well they think that I'm handling everything. And while I understand what they're saying and I understand the sentiment behind it, there's also a lot that I'm not showing, right? Like I share pretty openly on our social media platforms. So if you don't follow me already on platforms like TikTok or Instagram, you can find me at LiveWellJax. Those are my personal pages. And I share quite a bit on that. And most of the time when I share on that, I try to share the more positive side of things and, where I'm at with stuff. Like I don't feel necessarily like posting all the time when I'm kind of in the thick of healing after chemo. So I try to keep things a little bit more upbeat on that while still being authentic and truthful. But there's a lot that I'm not sharing. There's a lot of tears. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of all of the feelings under the sun that you could possibly imagine happening. And they're all happening simultaneously. I have found myself to be really, really grateful that yoga and the path of yoga has been a part of my life since I was 19. So, I have over 20 years of this practice under my belt, and I really do think that it's helped me in more ways than I can even probably identify. I'm really, really grateful for that. I don't know where I would be if, this path hadn't been a part of my life. There's no way to tell, really. And I'm trying to continue to keep as much of my routine as I can while also creating, enough space to rest and heal. So that means that on weeks when I feel good and my energy is up, I'm still going to jujitsu, and I'm still going to yoga, and I'm still going for walks, and I'm still doing all of the active things that I try to do on a weekly basis. And then on the weeks that I'm not feeling good, I try to rest and gently move my body. I'm still trying to move all the time, and I'm still eating as well as I can, and, doing everything that I can to continue to keep my spirits up, to keep my strength up, and to make it through this. And I like to tell people, what other choice do I have? Which is true. But also, it is very much a choice. Like, I could sit in my anger, and I could sit in my frustration and my sadness around it all. But that wouldn't help get me to the place that I want to go, which is to the end of this. So anyway, those are just some thoughts for this week. I hope that you all are having a beautiful, beautiful week. Remember to be kind to each other. Be kinder than necessary, because you never know what type of battles people are facing at home. I love you all so much.